And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to Gretna Baseball Online, your online broadcast of Gretna Senior Legion Baseball. Tonight's contest is going to have the Baxter Auto Group seniors from Gretna taking on C&H Construction of Burke. We're coming to you live from Orville Smith Field here in Ralston, Nebraska for the Rod Stuebe Wood Bat Tournament. And we're going to be taking place in just a little bit. Right now, the coaches are meeting with the umpires. We'll give you a little music, and we'll be back with the starting lineups to get the game started. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. And we're back from Orville Smith Field here in Ralston, Nebraska for tonight's contest between Gretna and the C&H Construction senior team for Burke High School. Gretna is going to be the visiting team on the scoreboard this evening defensively for C&H Construction. We're not quite sure who's on the mound because he wasn't on the lineup card, so we're just going to call him old number 6 for right now. Other than that, defensively, we have Ofine behind the plate. At first base, Dungan. At second, Lortz. At third, Hall. At shortstop, Jackson. In left field, Connor McGonigal. In center field, Connor McElderry. And in right field, Noah Olson. Leading off for the Gretna seniors as we're ready to begin is Caleb French, the shortstop, wearing number 3. Steps in for the first pitch of the contest here on a beautiful night in Ralston. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. So French in the hole 0-1 as 0-6 comes from the full lineup. Hopefully we'll have a name for him sometime soon. Ground ball by French to the shortstop. Across the diamond, throws good for out number 1, 6-3 in your book. It's a nice toss there by shortstop Bobby Jackson, right on the money over to Cade Dungan over at first for out number 1.
Now batting right fielder, number 9, Caden Ross.
Brings up to bat the right fielder, Caden Ross. Caden, the left-hander, steps in against the right-hander, old number 6, who eventually will have a name. Zach Munson is what I'm being told is the name of the pitcher. Zach Munson. And Munson delivers the first pitch fastball, swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1 count to Ross from Munson as he goes from the full windup. Right-handed pitcher facing the lefty Ross. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, high and tight. No way that he was going to catch up with that one. And he's in a hole, 0-2. So Munson, the 0-2 delivery to Ross. Fastball, slider on the outside corner, just missed. 1-2. Sorry we didn't get this out there online scheduled, folks. Little bit of a schedule thing where I freed up and had some free time this evening, so we decided to broadcast the game. Fouled off the fist by Ross. Staying alive with a 1-2 count. So 92 degrees, our announcer and meteorologist tells me from here in the press box. Here in Ralston, Nebraska, sun just starting to go down. Some long shadows on the field. 1-2 delivery from Munson. There's a ball hit high. This is going to be trouble with that sun glare over there. Shortstop drifts underneath. It has to reach back, but makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down so far for Gretna. Is going to bring up number 10 to third baseman, Carter Kosian.
Now batting third baseman, number 10, Carter Kosian.
All right, so we finally have a name for our pitcher on the mound, Mr. Munson. That's Zach Munson, number 6, pitching for CNH Construction. He's seen 2 batters. He set them both down, but now he faces Kosian. Here's the delivery. Curveball, cross the outside corner for strike 1. Not as much up and down as side to side, so it might have been just a slow slider, but about a 45-degree angle break on. A good break on that was started inside corner, brought it across. 0-1 pitch is a fastball, fouled off, and with my luck into my car window by Kosian.
Baseball fans, please return all foul balls and section stand for your choice of either free soft drink or hot dog.
And Kosian's in a hole real quick, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 delivery from Munson. Fastball right on the outside corner as Kosian goes down looking. So again, the offense really sputtering for Gretna as 3 come up, 3 go down. Good inning for Munson. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody from Gretna reached base. Going into the bottom of the first, your score remains 0-0. We'll be back with the top of the second inning in just a few moments. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. And thanks for listening to GretnaBaseball.com. We're coming back for the bottom of the first inning here from Orville Smith Field in Ralston, Nebraska. Defensively this evening for the Baxter Auto Group seniors, Evan Barron, the sophomore, soon-to-be junior, is going to start on the mound. Behind the plate, another sophomore, soon-to-be junior, Tanner Huber. Over on first, we're going to have Cameron French. At second, Cade Herman. Playing third base, Carter Kosian. And at shortstop, Caleb French. The outfield is going to be Cody Ripple, number 11, in left field. Caden Mason in center, wearing the number 15, and in right field, Caden Ross. So a little different lineup for the seniors, trying to find a little bit of offense here in this wood bat tournament in Ralston. So far, no offense has been found. It's good to have a name for the pitcher, Munson. He was effective in the top of the first, didn't throw very many pitches. Did a very good job and set him down in order. So Barron continues to throw his warm-up pitches. He gets loose here for the bottom of the first. Leading off for CNH Construction will be number 44, the right fielder, Noah Olson. Huber fires down to second, and we're going to get ready to play some baseball again here from Ralston.
Leading off for CNH Construction, number 44, right fielder, Noah Olson.
So Evan Barron is going to take the mound for the Baxter Auto Group tonight. Evan's a good little pitcher, has kind of a funky motion. Looks like he's flailing all over the place when he lets go of the ball, but a lower arm slot, and usually can fool some batters. First pitch from Barron is away and down. Ball 1 to Olson. Olson batting from the left side against the right-handed Barron. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. No score here in the bottom of the first inning from Orville Smithfield and Ralston. 1-1 count to the batter Noah Olson. Batting from the left side against the right-hander Barron. There's the pitch. Foul back. 1-2 count. So they got the youngins in the battery tonight with Evan Barron on the mound. Tanner Huber behind the plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Noah Olson. Two-seamer backs up, but it's out outside the plate, 2-2. Barron, who's not throwing from a full windup, just going from the stretch, comes set. 2-2 delivery. Another two-seamer that stays outside. That pitch he has, he dips down and throws it just below the waist. He'll start it at the plate and break it away off as it breaks back to our left as we're facing the mound. Counts full on Olson. That one almost tags him, might have tagged him. Either way, it's ball 4. He's going to take his base.
Now batting shortstop, number 5, Bobby Jackson.
Huber goes out to the mound to talk to Barron. It's one thing he has to learn is at this level you can't give up those free bases. Free bases turn into runs quickly. Now batting for C&H Construction is going to be the shortstop, number 5, Bobby Jackson. Barron over to first. No tag put down by Kid the French over there at first. The runner immediately gets right back off the base to a big lead. So he's got a pretty good sized lead as he's looking across the third. Barron comes set again. Delivers to the plate. There's a bunt that's bunted foul as it pops over the umpire. So looking for the sacrifice bunt is Jackson. Olson with a big lead over at first. But the bunt attempt bounces straight down and back over the umpire for strike 1. 0-1 delivery coming to the right-hander Bobby Jackson, the shortstop, number 5. Olson with a big lead again on first. Barron takes a look over his shoulder. Snap throw back over. And again, no tag to put down as French as it wasn't very close. Oh, 1 count here to the batter Jackson. Evan Barron from the set delivers another bunt attempt, another foul bunt. So he had 2 opportunities to get down to sacrifice, wasn't able to get it done. So 0-2 is the count to the batter Jackson as Barron comes set again. Here's the pitch on the inside corner, tailing back in, misses for ball 1. 1-2 count to Jackson. Olson has definitely reduced his lead over there at first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right to second. This should be a double play ball, but Herman bobbles it, so he'll just throw to first. I mean, I'll be real honest. It doesn't get much easier than that double play ball. It was right to Herman. All he had to do was catch it and pitch it over about 10 feet to second. He pulled his head up before it came into the glove, so he ended up bobbling it. So all he can do is get Olson over at first. So fielder's short. Jackson at first. Olson will advance to second. We'll mark it 4-3 in your scorebook for the first out. Brings up to Matt number 21, the designated hitter, Hunter Waugh. So Waugh batting from the right side with Olson leading off second. Here's the first pitch from Barron, up and in, ball 1. Barron comes set again, 1-0 delivery to the batter Waugh. Fastball in the inside corner for strike 1. So Waugh, who's the designated hitter wearing the number 21, batting from the right side this evening. Has an even count at 1-1 as Barron comes set and delivers. There's a chopper back to the pitcher. Barron looks and has a runner hung up between second and third. but I don't know what he was doing, making a. Thankfully, he was bailed out by Koshin because he quit running at the runner and just threw to third when he was only about 20 feet away from the runner. So kids at home, if that happens to you when you're on the mound, you get the kid hung up, run straight at the player. Don't throw the ball until he commits to a base full speed. Evan made that a lot tougher than it was. Thankfully, a nice throw from Koshin. They're able to get out number 2. So Waugh reaches on the fielder's choice. Brings up number 11, third baseman Nick Hall. Fastball out off the outside corner for ball 1. So, no errors on the board, but it hasn't exactly been a defensive showcase so far for the seniors. There's a fly ball hit weakly towards center field. Second baseman Herman camps under it for out number 3. So Barron gets out of that without any damage, but they made it interesting, that's for sure. I'm going to take 30 seconds to take a few deep breaths, and I will be back with you here on GretnaBaseball.com. Thanks for listening. And we're back with the second inning here. 0-0 score after 1 complete. Evan Barron on the mound for Gretna was able to pitch out of the first inning, but it was interesting. Munson on the mound for the full windup delivers to the batter, Cade Herman. So Cade playing second base tonight. Takes the first pitch as a strike. 0-1 delivery to Herman. Fastball way outside and up, ball 1. So Gretna looking to get something going here in the top of the first inning. Pulled the string on him there on a breaking pitch, and he was way ahead of it, 1-2. So a bunch of zeros on the board right now. As no runs have been scored. There have been no hits so far. And somehow no errors. Pitch to Herman is a curveball out off the plate. Made him think about it. It was over the plate for about 3/4 of the way until it got there and took a right turn. 2-2. Munson for the full windup delivers. Fastball way out off the plate. His catcher wasn't able to get a hold of it. Rolled all the way back to the backstop. So you have a full count on the second baseman, number 16, Cade Herman. Munson from the full windup delivers. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's a ground ball hit between the short and third baseman. Third baseman deep in the hole. Fires across and has Herman by 4 or 5 steps. There's your first put out of the inning. It's a nice job by Nick Hall over there at third, firing across the diamond to his buddy Cade Duncan for out number 1. Now batting is the first baseman, number 14, Cameron French. Cameron, the big lefty, steps in against Munson. Fastball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 1. This is the type of guy that Cam should like. With that, if he throws any of the breaking stuff, should be coming right into him. Hard ground ball, one hopper, shortstop bobbles it and then boots it with the glove. So we're gonna have our first error of the ball game as French reaches first. So it's a hard hit ball. It was a one hopper right at the shortstop. Kind of handcuffed him up by the waistline, but he knocked it down. I thought he was going to grab it off the ground, but as he reached with it with his glove, he just pushed it further away from his body. So with one error, we have Cameron French on, and now another lefty, number 15 center fielder, Caden Mason at the plate. So Mason, who's been steadily improving every at-bat this summer, has the potential to open it up here with a nice hard base hit. He was going to square to bunt, but it was up and in, so it had him retracting the bat awful quick. 1-0 the count on Mason. So French with a small lead on first. Mason showed bunt on the first pitch. It's 1-0. And he wasn't looking to bunt there, but the ball is low and in the dirt, 2-0. So 2-0 is your count to the center fielder, Mason. As Munson from the stretch comes set and gets ready to deliver. Throw back to first, and French was able to dive into first or fall over to first. I mean, it wasn't a very big lead, so all he had to do was just basically fall that direction, and he was there. But he's safely in at first. 2-0 pitch coming to Mason. Here's the delivery, and it's a ground ball hit down the line, but foul, as the first baseman was able to glove that easily. So it's a good thing he turned on a little too much. 2-1 is the count to Mason. Don't know if we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, but this is a wood bat tournament here. So everybody who comes to the plate is going to be using wood. What you're going to see is you're going to see a definite reduction in power from the majority of the kids and a lot less hitting. Fastball in the inside corner. That's a strike. 2-2 now, the count on Mason. So where that last one that he hit down the line might have been muscled a little harder with the wood bat. On first. Fastball out and up. Curveball that just stayed a little high as it looked like it came right back over the plate. Had him froze. 2-0 is the count right now to Barron. So the pitcher, Evan Barron, against the pitcher, Munson, looking to get something going here in the top of the second with 2 down. 2-0 delivery from Munson. Just fastball down to shoot. Barron watches it go by for strike one. So 2-1 count to Barron. Cameron French leading off first. Here's the pitch from Munson, way out and off to the backstop. So that's going to be a pass ball as the catcher didn't have a chance on that one. So Cameron French advances up to second. The count goes to 3-1 on Evan Barron. Munson comes set on the 3-1 pitch to Barron. Fastball out. Looked like it was outside, and it's going to be called a strike. Now, this is going to be a short one if we keep the plate as wide as that. So he's giving a few inches on either side. 3-2, the count to Barron. French leads off second. Nobody holding him on. Stretches the lead a little more. Here's the pitch to Barron. Up and in, ball 4s. He'll take a free pass. So Gretna looking to get something going here with 2 down in the top of the first inning. Coming in to run for the pitcher, Barron, is going to be number 5, Tanner Tourney. So Tourney heads out to first. So now we have Tourney and French on base, and the big catcher, number 8, Tanner Huber, at the plate against Munson. Huber steps in. First pitch is a curveball out off the plate for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Huber. Another pitch outside, this time a fastball. 2-0's the count. So runners on first and second. Munson comes set. He delivers to Huber. Huber hits one into center field. Center fielder's running back, but he's going to be able to camp underneath. So Huber barreled it up and hit it pretty well. Not real deep, not warning track deep, but probably we're 375 to center here at Orville Smithfield. That one went probably about 320. But Huber hit it well, but just not enough to get it over to center fielder, who catches it for out number 3. So for Gretna in the top of the second inning, there were no runs on no hits. There was one error and 2 men left on base. So going to the bottom of the second inning here from Ralston. Score remains 0-0. CNH Construction from Burke is due up in the bottom of the second. We'll be back in just a bit. Thanks for listening to GretnaBaseball.com. And we're back here from Ralston, Nebraska. Once again, coming to you live from Orville Smithfield. Beautiful complex in Ralston. We're here at the Rod Stuebe tournament. It's a wood bat tournament here in Ralston. And so far, we've got a tight battle going. Definitely not an offensive showcase right now, but it's going to be interesting with wood bats. Whoever plays the clean game is probably going to come out winner. We've got Evan Barron on the mound. So Evan in the top of the first is going to face the second baseman, Jack Lortz. First pitch is high for ball 1. Second pitch is right in there as it drops down on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 count to the second baseman, Lortz. 1-1 count as Barron delivers. There's a ball hit hard to center field. Center fielder charges in and then adjusts back and to his right. So Mason, a pretty good outfielder, got a good jump on it, but kind of hung up in the air a little bit. He was able to settle where it was going. Definitely not a pop fly, more of a line drive out there, but had a lot of backspin, kind of hung up a little, and Caden was able to get underneath it and record out number 1. This brings up to bat the first baseman, number 10, Cade Dungan. Dungan batting from the left side against Barron. First pitch is on the outside corner, or just off the outside corner for ball 1. One 0 pitch from Barron is right on the outside corner, and again it's ball 2. So a good lesson for you kids at home. If you're all over the place when you're pitching, and Barron was kind of all over the place the first inning, you're not going to get those close calls. 3-0. And 2 of the 3 pitches he's thrown so far could have gone either way, based on what the umpires called already tonight. 3-0 count from Barron to the batter Duncan. That one's right down the outside corner for strike one, fastball. 3-1 to Duncan. Again, bottom of the second inning, 0-0 score with one, and Duncan fouls it back. So Evan works the count full on Duncan. One down here in the bottom of the second inning. Duncan sees the pitch from Barron out off the plate for ball 4.
Now batting pitcher number 19, Nolan O'Brien.
So Duncan will trot down to first, brings up to bat number 19, the pitcher, Nolan O'Fime. O'Fime batting from the right side, faces Barron for the first time this evening. Here's the 0-0 pitch right down the tubes for strike one. So scoreless contest here from Orville Smith Field in Ralston. In the bottom of the second with one down. Catcher O'Fime up to bat with an 0-1 count. Here's the delivery from Barron. Hits him right in the hip. So second consecutive free pass issued by Barron. So it looks like Jabin Mitchell is going to check in as the courtesy runner, or Jabon. If I'm saying it incorrectly, I do apologize. It's going to be a timeout on the field as Coach Wolf comes out to talk to the youngster Barron.
Now batting, left fielder number 18, Connor McGonigal.
So not looking to replace him by any means, but just trying to calm him down. So big thing for Evan is just to keep his pitches over the plate, keep into the plate. Let the defense do the work. So he takes a little stroll off the mound as Wolf is going to retreat back to the dugout. Brings up to bat number 18. Connor McGonigal. So McGonigal at the plate with one down, runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second. Barron's done with the mound visit. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 delivery. It's a fastball down. 1-0. Delivery to the center fielder, McGonigal. It's a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. So here in the bottom of the second, Barron got the first batter to fly out, then followed by a walk and a batter hit by the pitch, and now has a 1-1 count on McGonigal with the runner in scoring position. 1-1 pitch from Barron. Here it comes. Fastball that's grounded. It's a chopper towards second. Probably not going to be able to turn two, but he goes to second anyways, throws across to first, and the throw is going to draw him off first base. So I was kind of surprised as high as that was chopped that Herman would try to get him, but they got him by half step over at second. So mark that 4-6 in your book, and McGonigal with the fielder's choice reaches as the throw back over drew him off. Runners on the corner is going to bring up number 8, Connor McElderry. So McElderry batting out of the 9th slot this evening with runners on the corners. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. McGonigal on first, Dungan on third, McElderry up to bat. Pitch is off the outside corner. He takes off for second. Here's the throw by Huber in plenty of time. Nails him at second. Huber didn't even throw right away. He hesitated. I don't know if nobody talked or what happened, but he didn't pop right away. And still, even after hesitating, made the throw down to second. and got McGonigal trying to steal. So Barron escapes another one, which is good. He gets away with the walk and the hit by pitch. A lot of times those turn into runs, but he's negotiated his way out of it. In this inning for Gretna, there were no runs scored. There were no hits. 2 men left on base. There were no Gretna errors on the play technically, as we got the out at second at the first part. So going into the third inning, score remains 0-0. Take a short break. We'll be back. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. And we're back here at the top of the third inning. Scoreless contest as Gretna gets ready to bat in the top of the third. Cody Ripple, the left fielder, takes the first pitch curveball in for a strike. So Ripple, this is his first time facing Munson. One-0 pitch from Munson is out off the plate for ball one. Fastball low and outside. So no hits on the board yet here in this contest. Munson with the 1-1 delivery to Ripple. Ripple takes a good cut, hits it towards the left field, but right at the left fielder. So that's going to be out number one. So Cody put good wood on the ball, and we can actually use that for once. But he put good wood on it, hit it pretty well, but to the middle of the outfield, right at the left fielder, right where he was standing. So one up, one down. Brings up to bat the shortstop, Caleb French. Caleb grounded out to short to begin the game. This time he stands in and watches a curveball break into the inside corner for strike one. Oh, 1 count to the shortstop, Caleb French. There's a curveball that comes in, just misses hitting him and doesn't get back to the inside corner. It's going to be ball one. Delivery from Munson, another curveball that stays up and in. 2-1. So 3 pitches thrown to Caleb French, and they've all been breaking pitches. Probably sitting fastball here. Here's Munson's delivery. It's a fastball, but it's low and outside. 3-1. So 3-1 count as Munson's in danger of putting Caleb French over on first base on the walk. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and it's way outside. Ball 4. And with one down, Gretna puts a base runner on. This will bring up the lefty, number 9, Caden Ross.
Now batting right fielder, number 9, Caden Ross.
Ross playing right field tonight, bats from the left side. Batting in the 2 slot. And typically, Caden has pretty good control with the bat. Let's see if Coach Wolf is going to play a little small ball and try to move the runner over into scoring position, or if he lets him swing away. Munson comes set. Ross in the box. Here's the delivery. Looks like he's swinging away because he swung right through that one. Strike one. Little late pulling the trigger there as the fastball blew right by him. So Caleb French over on first, one down. Caden Ross up at the plate. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Munson. Comes set, and here's the pitch. And Ross turns and rips it foul and long out of play. Ross put a real good cut on that. Hit that ball real hard, but he also hit it real foul. So nothing but a long strike, 0-2 count. As Ross will step back into the box. Here's the 0-2 delivery. Down in the dirt, bounces up to the catcher for ball one. 1-2. Scoreless contest still here in the top of the third inning from Ralston, Nebraska. But your Baxter Auto Group seniors trying to get something going with Caleb French on first and Ross up to bat with one down. Pickoff throw over to first. French is in there in time. 1-2. So the sun is just set. The lights are on. Pitch from Munson is out off the outside corner for a called ball. Thrown down to second as French takes out the steal. Short hops to shortstop, pops over his shoulder, and French is in safe. So, a couple good things happening there for Gretna on the play. Ross gets the count even up to 2-2. French makes his way to scoring position at second base with one down. Munson comes set. Here's the 2-2 delivery to Ross. And it's a fastball that he hit. It was tight inside. He got the handle on it, fouled it right up into the backstop. So good piece of hitting, good piece of protecting the plate there by Ross. So 2-2 is still the count. First baseman for CNH is playing way back on the edge of the grass after Ross hit that one hard foul out of play. And there's a curveball on the outside corner, gets Ross swinging for strike three. So 2 down. Pretty good at bat there, though, by Caden Ross.
Third baseman, number 10, Carter Kosian.
So this brings up the third baseman, Carter Kosian. Carter, who went down on a questionable call looking in the first inning. 0 for 1 tonight against Munson. He's got his chance to redeem himself here with Caleb French on second with no outs. And that pitch was a strike to everyone but the guy who it counts. So umpire behind the plate calls it ball one. Apparently missed a little low and out. Here's the 1-0 delivery to Kosian. Fastball out off the plate. Of course, called a strike. 1-1. All right, I'm going to quit guessing and just wait till the umpire signals now at this point. 1-1 to Kosian. Caleb French on second. Munson comes set, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Curveball. Ball two. Two-one count. Munson steps off the rubber. Takes a little time. He's back on. We're ready to play. 2-1 count as he gets ready to come set. Caleb French leading off second. Kosian at the plate. 2 down. Fastball hit foul and out of play onto the other field by Kosian. So the count's even up at 2 apiece. Top of the third inning, scoreless contest. With 2 down and runner on second, Gretna's looking to put a run on the board here if Kosian can come through with a base hit. Munson comes set on the mound. Kosian in the box. Here's the 2-2 delivery. Curveball inside for ball 3. So 3-2 count with 2 down. Runner on second. Munson comes set again to deliver. Fastball off the outside corner. Kosian, because of the previous pitch, had the flag at it. And so he strikes out. And so Gretna gets a runner on second, but they can't do any damage as Ross and Kosian end up striking out back-to-back to end the inning. So it's kind of interesting. Be real honest, kind of hard to tell when the pitches are thrown what's going to be called a ball and what's going to be called a strike right now when it's off the outside corner. So I'm just going to let the man in blue do it. He has a much better angle. We're going to take a little break here. We'll be back for the bottom of the third Again, from Ormond Smith Field here in Ralston, Nebraska, your score after 2.5 complete innings of play remains 0-0. We'll be back to cover the top of the third. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. All right, we're back in the bottom of the third inning. Connor McElderry, who was up to bat in the bottom of the second when McGonigal got thrown out to end the inning, will be our first batter here in the top of the third. Barron still on the mound. Here's the 0-1 delivery out off the plate for ball one. Evan comes set. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike one. So 1-1 count to Connor McElderry. Barron comes set 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the inside corner for strike two. So the first pitch was way outside, second pitch on the outside edge, third pitch inside corner. Let's see what Evan's going to throw on 1-2. It's a fastball, and it's hit right between the third baseman and shortstop for the first base hit of the game. So in the bottom of the third, Connor McElderry gives us our first hit of the ball game.
That brings us to the top of the order. Right fielder, number 44, Noah Olson.
So it brings up to bat Noah Olson, the right fielder, number 44, his first time at bat. I couldn't really tell if he got hit by the pitch or walked. It happened on ball 3, so either way it would have been ball 4. But he reached either by hit by pitch or walk in the first inning. Now he's up to bat with the runner on first. Runner takes off, pitches way outside. Huber fires down. The throw is going to be a little late. Again, that's one thing that Tanner's going to want to work on as he gets ready for his varsity season, is improving that pop time. The pitch was a fastball outside, so he didn't have the batter to contend with, and it just took him too long to get rid of the ball. Nice, strong throw, but if he speeds up that pop time, he's going to throw a lot more runners out. One-0 delivery is high. 2-0 now on the batter, Noah Olson. So McElderry standing down at second after a base hit and a stolen base. Olson facing the 2-0 pitch. And it's hit hard right to the second baseman, Herman. Herman takes his time, flips it over to French for out number 1. So they'll take the out, but on the play, the runner will advance to third. So CNH, its first real good shot of pushing a run across the plate. So all they need here is a sacrifice fly. So Bobby Jackson comes up to bat, the shortstop, wearing the number 5. First time up to bat, he hit what should have been a tailor-made double play ball, but it was kind of not fielded cleanly over at second by Herman, but he did get him out at first on the fielder's choice. So fastball hit it right to French. They're not going to have a chance at the plate, so he'll just jog it over to first. And CNH pushes the first run across the plate as McElderry got off right on the hit, saw that it was a chopper and scored. It's a good piece of base running, but Caleb made the right choice down there at first, just taking it to first and getting the out. So 2 down, nobody on. Gretna trailing 0-1 here in the bottom of the third, brings up to bat the designated hitter, Hunter Waugh. Waugh takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1. Fastball. Fastball for a strike. 0-2 the count to the batter Wah. If he's going to give it to you, live out there. There you go. 1-2 as that pitch misses outside because Huber was set up pretty much behind the left-hander's batter's box. 1-2 pitch to the batter Wah. Curveball misses way out and up. 2-2. Two pitch, ground ball that's chopped. It's out in front of the plate. I don't know if it hit somebody. Nobody's running, so it must have. So the count remains 2-2. I couldn't see it from my angle, but the reaction of all three people standing at home plate must have bounced up and hit somebody. Ended up in fair territory right in front of the plate. 2-2 delivery to Wah as a fastball way out off the plate. So the count goes full. So the flag in center field here after a windy day, pretty much just hanging limp at this point. So no wind really hurting or helping. Ball is flown up, out of play, hitting right on top of the third base dugout. Matter of fact, it's still on top of the third base dugout. And no, it's not. Full count will remain full.
Just a reminder, baseball fans, please return on foul balls and concessions stand for your choice of either a free fountain drink or a hot dog. Thank you.
And if anybody's listening on GretnaBaseball.com and you're in the park, go ahead and grab that foul ball. Get that free hot dog, and if you want to run it up to the press box, I am getting a little hungry. I would appreciate it. Full count delivery to Wah. Another foul ball to the right side. Huber takes a look, but he's going to run out of room. Count will remain 3-2. So to kind of set the defense here, there have been two foul balls over off the right side. French is adjusted fairly close to the line and moves in a little now, but he was back almost on the grass. Fastball on the full count misses inside, and he issues a free pass.
Now batting third baseman number 11, Nick Hall.
Brings up Nick Hall, the third baseman. His first time at bat against Barron, he popped up almost directly over second base. And the second baseman, Herman, was able to put it away. He comes up to bat now with the designated hitter, Wah, on first. Here's the first pitch. Breaking pitch misses way outside. Ball one. One out count to the pitcher, Wah. I'm sorry, to the third baseman, Hall. There's a hard ground ball to shortstop. French takes it, flips it to Herman for out number 3. So Gretna gets out of the inning, but not until the first run has been put on the board. CNH Construction leads after 3 innings of play, 1-0 against your Gretna Auto Group seniors, 0-1. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back here at Orville Smith Field in Ralston for the top of the 4th inning. back from Ralston at Orville Smith Field here at the Ron Stuebe Tournament. Top of the fourth inning, Gretna trailing 0-1. Herman is the first batter. So the second baseman Herman takes the first pitch outside and low for ball one. Munson quick from the full windup, fastball on the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 count to Herman. Herman's first at bat grounded out to the third baseman. Deep kind of in the hole, but the third baseman went back, got it, and threw him out by a couple steps. There's a fastball low and inside for a strike. 1-2. One-two delivery by Munson. Curveball that Herman hits hard right to the shortstop, pops up and hits him in the chest. He kind of stood up and quit on the play for a second. It must have stung. And so that's actually going to be error number 2 this evening. On the shortstop, and Herman's going to reach on the play.
First baseman, number 14, Cameron French.
So it brings up the big lefty, Cameron French. Cameron, his first at bat, reached on an error at the shortstop. So Herman takes the lead off first. French, the first baseman, sees the first pitch. Munson from the stretch. And French was showing bunt, but the first pitch was high for ball one. Fastball was way upstairs. Cameron showed it and then brought it back real quick. Might be showing it just to bring him in. 1-0 count to the lefty French. Fastball down the middle, swung right through it. Strike one. French last inning reached on an error, as I said. Herman's now on first. There's no outs. Throw back over to first. Herman's in standing up. One count as Munson comes set out on the mound. Here's the 1-1 delivery. French shows bunt, and he pulls back, gets hit by the pitch. So Gretna's got something going here in the top of the fourth with runners on first and second and nobody away on an error and a hit by pitch.
Now batting center fielder, number 15, Caden Mason.
So again, this is a position with no outs and runners on first and second. Would not be surprised at all to see Mason laying down the bunt here. So Caden Mason, center fielder, struck out looking first time up at the plate. Steps in with Herman on first and French on first, Herman on second. Munson from the stretch. Here's the 0-0 delivery, and he's showing bunt. It was way inside. He pulled it back, and the catcher missed it, went all the way to the backstop. And that's going to draw a visit from the coach. So 1-0 count on Mason. And we're going to have a mound visit quick. So Munson, who overall hasn't been doing a bad job, but he has had a couple of wild pitches this game, or his catcher hasn't been able to glove it. And so far this inning, after the error, he did hit Cameron French while he was up there at the plate. So showing a little wildness right now, probably just trying to calm him down. Or as in Bull Durham, they could be discussing, wedding gifts and how to remove a curse from a glove. But no, that's too short. He's on his way off the field. And we're going to resume play. So both runners moved up on that pass ball. So French standing on second, Herman standing on third, and a 1-0 count to Mason as Gretna has something cooking here in the top of the fourth. So Mason with the flag limp, Mason definitely with enough power to get it out of this field. Maybe not with a wood bat if he hits it dead to center or to the power alleys, but good pop. Good strong kid. 1-0 pitch to Mason. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike. 1-1 count. This would be a good time to see Caden put a good lick on this. 1-0 count. 1-1 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 Munson on the mound from the set. From the stretch comes set. Here's the delivery. Curveball out off the plate. Called a strike. So those are the kind of pitches that are hard as a batter because that missed the plate by 6 inches, but the umpire gave it to him anyway. So now he's going to be reaching for everything outside. 1-2. Mason called timeout and backed out of the box right away. He's lucky the umpire gave him the timeout. Kids at home, remember, call time, wait till the umpire says time before you step out. 1-2 pitch to Mason, and he hits a foul and out of play down the left field line, over the fence. Oh, just missed the sidewalk. Across Park Avenue here in Ralston. So 1-2 is your count as Mason stays alive with runners on second and third. Munson from the stretch. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And it's a swing and a miss, but the ball's in the dirt. Herman kind of faked to run back to the plate, but he didn't go as a nice strong throw from the catcher down to first to get Mason on the swinging strikeout. So with one down, still have runners on second and third, and up comes the pitcher, Evan Barron. And Evan's got a chance here to help himself. So it's a good opportunity for Gretna. You definitely don't want to walk out of this inning without a run, or preferably without two. Again, for those of you just joining us, we're in the top of the fourth inning here at Ralston. The score is 0-1 in favor of C&H Construction, representing Burke High School. Your Gretna Baxter Auto seniors have runners on second and third with one out, and the pitcher, Evan Barron, at the plate, takes the first offering from Munson outside and high for ball one. Here's going to 1-0 delivery from Munson as Barron steps in. Fastball out off the plate for a called strike. My, oh my. So 1-1 your count on the pitcher, Barron. Munson comes set and delivers. Barron fouls one off the right side and back into the parking lot. So Barron's in a hole, 1-2. Barron last time reached on a walk. With two runners in scoring position, trying to get a base hit here to open things up for Gretna. Curveball that about halfway after bailing out of the box, he realized it was a curveball, so he took a swing as he was falling backwards for strike three. I'd say he was a little fooled on that pitch. All right, brings up Tanner Huber, the catcher. So Huber put a pretty good charge into one in the second inning, hitting it out to the center fielder to end the inning. Be nice to see him hit one into the gap, but he did put a real good swing on it. Runners on second and third, two away. Huber at the plate. Here's the delivery from Munson. He's going to step off the back of the mound, look the runner back. Huber steps into the plate once again. Curveball on the outside corner for strike one. Good pitch by Munson. Started it high on the inside corner, broke it away to low right on the outside corner. 0-1 to Huber. In the dirt and away, 1-1. 1-1 here in the top of the fourth with 2 away. Runners at second and third as Huber looks in at the pitcher Munson. Pitches way outside and gets by. Herman's going to take off, throw to the plate. He slides underneath, and the game's tied at 1 apiece. So pitch just got away from the catcher, and that was the break that Gretna needed. As it got by the catcher to the backstop, Herman was able to get a good enough jump to just slide in under the throw back to the pitcher. So we're tied at 1 apiece. 2-1 count on the batter Huber. Still with the runner in scoring position with Cameron French over on third. So Munson on the mound, French on third. Tanner Huber, 2-1 count into bat. There's a fastball way out off the plate, 3-1. Three-one pitch to Huber. Fastball is up and in. That's going to be ball 4 as he'll take a base on balls. Runners at the corner. And Huber's going to come out in favor of a courtesy runner as Huber is the catcher, so he can get the gear back on. And the run is going to be number 1, Jackson Huber.
Baseball fans now in the run, number 1, Jackson Huber. Now batting, left fielder, number 11, Cody Ripple.
Brings up the bat the left fielder, number 11, Cody Ripple. Cody, in the third inning, flew out to the left fielder. Let's see him get good contact here, except keep it down this time. Here's the 0-0 delivery with runners on the corners. Swing and a miss by Ripple. Strike 1. So curveball, he was a little out in front and didn't go with the pitch. Kind of stayed on the inside corner and the ball moved to the outside corner. So Jackson Huber on first, Cameron French on third. Here's the 0-1 delivery from Munson. Nope, it's a throwback to first. Almost got away from the first baseman. So he checks behind the runner at first, and good grab over there by the first baseman to make sure that didn't get away from him and score another run. 0-1 delivery to Ripple. Fastball way out off the plate. 1-1. One count here in the top of the fourth inning. 1-1 ball game. Curveball that Ripple hits way up into the air. Left fielder coming in, shortstop going back. Shortstop calls it, and he's going to make the catch right behind third base for out number 3. So for Gretna, they scored 1 run on no hits. There was no errors. 1 error this inning. And 2 men left on base. Going into the bottom of the fourth inning, your score remains tied, or is now tied at 1 apiece. We'll be back from the bottom of the fourth in just a little bit. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. And we're back from the bottom of the fourth inning. Second baseman Jack Lortz is going to come in to face Barron, who's still pitching on the mound for Gretna. 1-1 tie ball game here. Only one hit in the contest, which has went to CNH. Gretna's tied it up, but has yet to put a hit up on the scoreboard. So here comes Lortz. Lortz flew out to center his first time up at the plate. This time he starts out by taking a pitch high for ball one. So the 1-0 delivery to the second baseman Lortz. That one's inside and in the dirt. Ball two. So hopefully Evan can come back with a couple of strikes, make it a little easier on himself. Much easier to pitch off that mound without runners on base. I don't know where that one missed, but it missed. Fastball that looked good from up here must have been low. 3-0. Barron comes set and delivers the 3-0 pitch. Another pitch low. Ball four. So 4 consecutive pitches, 4 consecutive balls. Puts the runner on first to start the inning. And it brings up to bat the first baseman, number 10, Kane Dungan. Dungan, who walked in the second inning, is only at bat against Barron. Dungan bats from the left side against the right-hander Barron. Lortz with the lead off first. Barron with the throw back to first. No tag even offered by the first baseman French. So pretty good size lead over there at first. Barron comes set. Delivers to the plate. Batter shows bunt, but pulls it back because the pitch is high. Ball one. So 1-0 pitch to Dungan. Here it is. And it's bunted foul back into the catcher Huber for strike one. 1-1 count with Lortz on first. Nobody out. Dungan looks down to get the signs from his coach. Barron over to first. Pickoff move. French puts down the tag, but he's in safe. Dungan steps back into the box. Lortz leading off first. 1-1 pitch from Barron as he set and delivers. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike. Another one of those pitches, when it gets to the outside corner, you never really know here whether the ump's going to call it or not, but he called that one. It's 1-2. So that'll probably take the bunt off. 1-2 count. Dungan steps into the plate, sees the pitch outside and in. The dirt gets away from Huber. He pops up. He's not going to have a chance. He'll just eat it, and the runner moves down to second. So Huber did a good job putting his body in front of it and blocking it, but kicked off him to the left just a little bit. Stayed in the circle there at home plate, but far enough away where the runner, Lortz, was able to advance up to second without a throw. 2-2 count to the batter, Dungan. Way inside and tight, almost hit him. Full count. So I can't see who it is, but Gretna's got somebody up in the bullpen. Getting him warmed up in case Evan can't get back and get Cade Dungan at the plate. Full count delivery. There's a fastball on the outside corner, fouled back into the screen. We'll reset and do it again. Little break in the action, not sure what for, but 3-2. Barron comes set, delivers hard ground ball that's hit. Shortstop Caleb French picks it up. Throws, but throws wild and draws his brother, Cameron French, off of first. So that's going to be an error on the shortstop, Caleb Branch. As he never set his speed. He was kind of moving as he grabbed that ball and just flicked it way, not even up the line, but on the foul side, the foul pole side of first base. No chance for Caleb over there at first. So Mitchell will come in as a courtesy runner. Or he can't be a courtesy runner. He's got to be coming in as a pinch runner. So it'll bring up to bat the catcher, Nolan Ofheim. So Ofheim up with no outs. Runners on the corner. And Barron's in a little bit of trouble out here in the bottom of the fourth. Pickoff move back to first. No tag put down. So he had him leading, but the throw was a little off the base. French couldn't flag it down. So we still have no count on the batter, Ofheim. Barron comes set. Big lead at first. The runner's off and running. That's no surprise. Throwback is down to third. And Huber short hops it. Koshin with a good job of just flagging it down with the glove to keep it from going into the outfield. So now two runners in scoring position as there was no throw down to second. And Mitchell was able to steal. So Lort's on third. Mitchell is the pinch runner in at second. Ofheim up at the plate, facing an 0-1 count. This timeout is called. Looks like everybody's ready. Barron comes set. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Weak ground ball out in front of the plate. Huber has to run up and handle it, fires to first, and he's safe as he beats it out for an infield hit. That was one of those where kind of described the play. The ball was chopped in front of the plate, rolled out right down the first base line out on the grass. So Barron was actually in a lot better position to make that play. Could have got to the ball first, but Huber was coming up the lines. He called him off. Huber took it himself, but by the time he picked it up, the runner was only 2 steps away from first. So close play, but he was easily safe. So that's going to be marked down as an infield hit. And now the bases are loaded for the left fielder, number 18, Connor McGonigal. Corners are in. Up the middle, they're still in double play position. Here's the 0-0 delivery. Fastball out off the plate for ball one. So got to come after this guy because any free base is going to be a run. 1-0 delivery to the batter, McGonigal. And that's a fastball way up. So 2 pitches so far, and neither one of them have been close. He's got a bear down. Here we go. Come on, Evan. Corners in. Balls hit to the corners will be coming to the plate. Fastball that's chopped. Third baseman Koshin comes to the plate. And the throw is in the dirt and short hops Huber. He isn't able to glove it, and the runner slides in safe. So there's an error on the third baseman, Carter Koshin. And Lortz is going to come in to score on the play. No RBI given on the play as it was a fielder's choice. And it will bring up number 3, center fielder Connor McElderry. Timeout's called as Wolf is going to come in from the dugout, come out, and the infield's going to meet at the mound. And this may be the end of the night for Mr. Barron. So Evan has done a good job out on the mound for the most part. It's the free passes that have hurt him, and lately he got the ground ball there. He did exactly what he's supposed to do as a pitcher. We just didn't get the throw to the plate. So, and it looks like he's going to continue pitching as Wolf just went out there to meet with his infield, calm everybody down, get everybody on the same page, and try to keep the damage from getting any worse than it has to get. So there are no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. CNH leading 2-1. Bases loaded here. Evan Barron on the mound for Gretna. And Mitchell, McGonigal, and McElderry on the bases, third, second, and first from that order. I'm sorry, McElderry's at the plate right now. There's a ball that's hit just foul down the left field line. It's a good thing that was foul because that would have scored some runs. 2 at least, but it's a foul ball. So McElderry, who's had the one real true base hit of the contest so far, down in a hole 0-1 after just missing on a drive down the left field line. Here's the 0-1, and that one's going to be blooped into right field. Ross comes on, makes the catch, fires back to second, and it gets by him. He's trying to double off the runner off of second. Good idea, but the throw was a little wide. French had to stretch for it and missed it at second, but Koshin was right there to back it up. So result of the play, nobody moved. Runners still on first, second, and third. McElderry flies out to the right fielder Ross and brings up number 44, right fielder Noah Olson. So Noah Olson and Barron still on the mound. Pitches way outside. Huber does a good job to get to that. So 1-0 count to the batter Noah Olson. Here's the 1-0 delivery from Barron as a fastball in the outside corner for strike one, evening it up. 1-1. Olson at the plate, bases loaded for CNH. 1-1 delivery. Here's Barron. And it's hit into left field. Drifting foul. Left fielder goes over, makes the catch. Runner tags from third. Here's the throw. And it's not in time. Runner from second will advance up to third, so that turns into a sacrifice fly in foul territory. As Mitchell will come in to score, and that makes the score 3-1. So 2 down now here in the bottom of the fourth. Opheim over on third. McGonigal at first. And Bobby Jackson is going to step into the plate, the shortstop. He's grounded out to second and grounded out to first so far this game as he sees his first pitch this inning from Barron. Fastball up for a ball. And McGonigal on the play with the delayed steal. Waited till the ball hit the catcher's glove and then took off, but Hubert didn't throw to anybody, just looked down to third. So 1-0 count, and again, runners on second and third with 2 down. Here's the 1-0 pitch out off the plate for ball 2. So Barron trying to limit the damage here in the inning as he had bases loaded with no outs. Can get out of here giving up only 2 runs, and that's not the worst thing that could happen. There's a fastball fouled away on the right side, out of play. 2-1 on the shortstop Jackson. Jackson into box. Evan Barron comes set on the mound. 2-1 delivery is a fastball down and in. 3-1 is your count. 3-1 delivery to Jackson from Barron. Swung and a miss. Outside corner. So fastball, it looked like it might have been ball 4, but Jackson went after it. Took a cut and missed. It's a full count. So full count, 2 outs, runners on second and third. They won't be moving, but they're going to be ready to take off on any hit. Fastball out off the outside corner. It's called a ball, and the bases are loaded again.
Designated hitter number 21, Hunter Wall.
So Hunter Waugh, the designated hitter, comes up to bat with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Sees the first pitch, outside corner. Really generous outside corner, called a strike. Huber literally caught that thing a good 8 inches into the left-handed batter's box, and it was called a strike. 0-1 is the count to Waugh as he stands in. Barron delivers, pitches outside and low, evens the count at 1-1. Waugh so far tonight grounded into a fielder's choice at second and then grounded out to the shortstop in inning number 3. So 0 for 2 on the night. Now with a 1-1 count with bases loaded and 2 down. Swings and fouls one back, 1-2. So if Evan can get this batter, he really limits the damage of only 2 runs coming across, when at one point we had no outs and bases loaded. And he's 1 strike away from getting out of a real big jam and giving us a chance to come back in this game. 1-2 delivery from Barron, up and out, 2-2. Just past the 9 o'clock hour here in Ralston. Bottom of the 4th inning with CNH leading 3-1. Waugh at the plate sees the pitch and fouls it back to the backstop. Count will remain 2-2. So low-scoring contest is kind of what you expect in a wood bat tournament, but this is a very low-scoring contest, as there's only a total of 2 hits registered so far. 2-2 pitch to Waugh with bases loaded is a fastball that just stays up. Tried to throw it. It might not have been a fastball. It looked like a changeup that he tried to get to drop down at the last second. It just stayed a little high. So here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Everybody's moving. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled weakly towards third base. Koshin bobbles it. Not able to come up to play in Carter's defense. Tough play as he had to charge in. We'll wait to see what the scorer gives him on that. And that's going to be an error on the third baseman, Koshin, as I would tend to agree. So tough play as it was a weak chopper. Wasn't going to get out of the grass. The only chance he had was to charge in, try to grab it and try to fire across the diamond. He did charge in, got it to the glove, but wasn't able to handle it cleanly, and that's going to close the book on Mr. Evan Barron this evening, as we're going to make a call to the bullpen. So we're not out of the woods yet. 3 runs so far have come across, making the score 4-1 in favor of CNH. We're going to have a substitution quickly on the mound. As let's see who comes in to pitch. All right, so we're going to make a pitching change. Take a little break. We'll figure out what's going on. We'll be back with you in just a moment. right, folks, and we're back. We're back here in Ralston. We have a pitching change as Barron comes out, and it's going to be Quinn Mason who comes into the game and will take over on the hill. So Quinn, the right-hander, has a good fastball and a good curveball. Comes into pitch against Hall. He'll start with the fastball right on the inside corner for strike one. Sir Evan is a little more of a finesse pitcher. Mason is a little bit more of a power pitcher. And he's up 0-1 real quick against Nick Hall, the third baseman. Hall grounds one through the gap on the left side. Kicks up off the lip, and Ripple boots it out in left field. So 2 runs are going to score, and the runners are going to advance all the way up to second and third. So that's going to be a base hit with a big error. The ball, as it rolled through the infield, caught the lip on the back grass of the outfield and popped up in the air, and Ripple was charging in hard and just kept coming in and tried to scoop it with one hand, and it rolled right past him. So mark it a base hit for Hall on the play and an error in left field. So Lortz up to bat. Facing Mason, takes the first pitch for a ball. This is now the 10th batter CNH has batted around in the inning. Now leads 5-1. Fouled out of play, 1-1. So Mason comes out with runners on second and third. There's a ball driven into right field, drifting foul out over the fence into foul territory. Makes the count 1-2 to Lortz. So Waugh on third, Hall on second. The batter Lortz with a 1-2 count facing the new pitcher Quinn Mason. 1-2 pitch curveball that's hit foul and out of play on the right side. Count will remain 1-2. And timeout is called as the on-deck batter was retrieving the foul ball. I thought it went out of play, but it hit the net. 1-2 delivery to the batter, Lortz. Curveball that doesn't quite make it back to the plate. 2-2. Two and two here in the bottom of the fourth. CNH leading now 6-1. It's 5 big runs have come across in the bottom of the fourth. Ground ball hit hard, big bounce over the shortstop, and 2 more runs are going to come in to score. So we're going to call that a hit because of the hop, but looked like he was going to be in position to make a play on it. But hopped high and right over his head. And that will score Juan Hall. And now Gretna is in a deep hole as the score goes to 8-1. So Dungan reached on an error earlier this inning. Now comes up with Lortz over on first. Pickoff move. He's back in time. Mason comes set facing Dungan. Fastball hit right back up the middle and hard, right off the mound. Center fielder is up with it quickly. And we'll get it back into the infield, so they're only advancing 1 base. But that was a solid base hit by Dungan right back at the pitcher, Mason. So 7 big runs so far have come across here in the bottom of the fourth. CNH still not done with runners on first and second and 2 outs. Opheim, the catcher, is up. Sees the first pitch from Mason and fouls it up out of play over the press box. So Opheim with the 0-1 count. Mason on the mound. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Fastball misses low. 1-1. Huber calls timeout. Will run out the mound to talk to Quinn. Shortstop Caleb French comes in and is having a part of the chat too. So what was a really close game has gotten out of control quickly. One is your count. Mason out on the mound. Facing the batter, Opheim. Runners on first and second here in the bottom of the second. Again, your score. Gretna 1, CNH 8. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Huber blocks it but lost track of it. He was able to find it before the runners can advance. 2-1. So 2-1 count to the right-handed batting Opheim. Mason turns and fires to second and bounces it right into center field. His brother comes up, strong arm. Mason has a strong arm out in center. He tried firing it to third, but it was cut off by Caleb French. Might have been a close play at third. Looked like the runner would probably have been ahead of it. It's going to be another error on the board as the runner is going to advance on the overthrow there. So both runners move up. Runners now on second and third. So Opheim has 2 in scoring position and a 2-1 count. Fastball hit right back to the pitcher. Quinn settles, lobs it over to French at first, and finally, mercifully, out number 3. But not before 10 batters come to the plate and 7 big runs get hung on the board. With only 4 hits. So the byline, this looks really bad. 7 runs on 4 hits. 5 errors, and 2 men left on base. So just like that, Gretna is facing a steep hole. We're going to take a little break, and we will be back in about 1 minute and 21 seconds. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. Your score going into the 5th inning is the Baxter Auto Group Seniors 1 and CNH Construction from Burke 8. We'll be back. And we're back here from Ralston, top of the 5th inning. Gretna now facing a big hole as they trail in this contest 1-7. And we're back at the top of the order as it's going to bring up French, who grounded out to shortstop in the first and walked in the third. Needs to get us started in the fifth as he hits a hard ground ball towards the second baseman. Second baseman running towards second. His throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, so that was a great play even to get it over there and make it close. And that's going to be called an error on the second baseman. And again, I would tend to agree. It's amazing how smart the gentlemen up here in the press box in Ralston are. And it was a hard one there because it was a really tough play. He did have to move towards second, threw off balance. But had the throw been on time, he definitely would have had him. Yep, good decision, gentlemen. I missed a pitch there, but I'm pretty sure it was a strike by the batter, Caden Ross, as I think he swung and missed. There's a pitch outside and in the dirt. 1-2. I don't know how I missed two pitches. I thought I only missed one. So Ross is your batter with French on first, down 1-2. Here's the delivery. Fastball on the outside. He just signaled two strikes. I'm so confused. Now it's 1-2. So it was a 1-1 count. Called strike on the last pitch. Now it's 1-2. So 1-2 count. Sorry about that, folks. Ross up to bat. And he grounds one weakly towards the first baseman. First baseman looks towards second like he's going to throw. And Ross is out on what was a way closer play than it needed to be over at first. First baseman turned his back on the runner and jogged, and Ross almost snuck a foot in there. So mark it 3 unassisted, but it will move him up. And here comes Carter, who struck out twice in the first and the third inning. He's really yet to see a pitch over the plate, though, in his 2 at-bats. So Koshin, the third baseman, in with Caleb French now on second. Pitcher will step off. Looking back as Munson looks Caleb back at second, then steps back on the rubber. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 delivery to Koshin. Fouled back into the backstop. High fastball that Koshin went after. 0-1. Oh-1 count to the batter Koshin. Caleb French on second. 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning for Gretna. And there's a pitch out off the plate. Curveball. Stayed high and missed out. 1-1. So Munson looks in for a long time to get his signals. Finally comes set. 1-1 delivery to Koshin. Curveball looked like it was going to hit him and then broke at the end of the pitch and just missed off the inside corner. 2-2. Carter kind of locked up there like he was just waiting for the impact of the ball, and then it broke. 2-1 to count to Koshin. Fastball low and in the dirt. Ball 3. 3-1. So Gretna's got a big hole to dig out of, but you got to start 1 run at a time. French got over there on first, reaching on the air. Ross moved him up on the ground up to first, and Koshin now trying to get to base with a 3-1 count, and it's fastball that's hit to the right side. Second baseman fields it and makes the play. So French will advance to third as the ball was hit opposite of him. But Koshin grounds out 4-3. Second out of the inning. Brings up to Matt. The second baseman, Cade Herman. Herman is grounded out to the third baseman and reached on an error. Now with the runner on third, it would be nice to have him put something into play. Base hit would be wonderful. Curveball, big swing and a miss. Gretna, yet, even with 1 run on the board, yet to get into the hit column this evening. As Herman takes the 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for strike 2. So Cade's in a hole 0-2. Herman calls timeout, but the umpire never granted it. Now he grants it. Herman steps back in. Munson comes set and delivers on 0-2. Fastball that stays high. 1-2. So 1-2 count to your batter, Herman. There's a fastball on the outside corner. Herman stepped in the bucket, was trying to pull it and missed it for strike 3. For Gretna, there were no runs, no hits. There was 1 error. Nobody left on base. So going into the bottom of the 5th inning of play, your score right now, Gretna 1, C&H Construction from Burke 8. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th inning here from Orville Smith Field in Ralston, Nebraska. Thank you for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. limit on the games? And we're back here from Ralston. We've had a pitching change for CNH as Joe Yakopek steps in. He's facing Caleb French. First pitch is a curveball that freezes Caleb for strike one. Lefty on lefty matchup here in the top of the sixth inning. Yakopek delivers. Second pitch is high. 1-1 to Cameron French. So Cameron, who reached on an error and was hit by a pitch, faces the lefty and sees a 1-1 pitch down and in the dirt outside for ball two. So Yakopek on the mound from the full windup. Here's the 2-1 delivery to French. And that one's lined. Ground ball on the infield between the first and second baseman. And Gretna is in the hit column. Took till the sixth inning of the ball game, but Gretna has a hit on the board. So French comes through with a base hit. And it brings up to bat another left-hander, center fielder, number 15, Caden Mason. Mason so far tonight has struck out twice, once looking, once swinging. Now has an opportunity to help get things going for Gretna. Yakopek delivers the fastball in the outside corner for strike one. So 0-1 count to Mason. Cameron French over on first. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball down in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher as it goes nowhere. Blocked it straight down. Was able to scoop it up right away. 1-1. One delivery to Mason. Stays high. 2-1. So Yakopek just coming on here in the sixth inning. Replace of Munson, who didn't give up any hits. There's a curveball. Moves out and away from the plate. 3-1. As Mason trying to get on. So Caden Mason. Better be clear. Caden Mason, the center fielder. Takes the 3-1 pitch high for ball four. So French will move up to second. Caden Mason over on first. Brings up to bat the pitcher, Quinn Mason. And that's going to draw a visit from the mound. So top of the sixth inning here. And we have a meeting on the mound with the infield. So it is the top of the sixth inning. Gretna a hole 1-8, but now has runners on first and second as the mound meeting is over. Coming to you on this broadcast from Ralston, Nebraska. We're at Orville Smith Field right now for the Rod Stuebe Wood Bat Tournament here in Ralston.
Now batting number 12, Quinn Mason.
With nobody out, your batter is now going to be the pitcher, number 12, Quinn Mason. This is Quinn's first attempt at the plate. facing the new pitcher, Yakupek. Yakupek's seen 2 batters. He's given up 1 base hit and 1 walk. Here's the 0-0 delivery to Quinn Mason. Curveball in the inside corner. Quinn holds off on swinging. Partial check swing. The ball's in the dirt, but blocked up right away by the catcher out in front of the plate. So nobody will advance, but the count goes to 1-0. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Mason hits the ball into short right field. Second baseman goes back and makes the catch over his head, running back away from the infield. So not quite enough on it as Quinn popped it up in the air, and there's 1 down.
How about it? Catcher number 8, Tanner Huber.
Brings up to bat the catcher, Tanner Huber. So far in this game, he's flown out to center, and he walked in the 4th inning. Tanner on that fly out to center hit the ball pretty well, but it had a lot of backspin on it, just hung up there. Center fielder did a good job of turning and running right on the play. Curveball down in tight, close to the legs, but it got by him without hitting him. 1-0. So Cameron French on second, Caden Mason on first, Huber at the plate. 1-0 count. And there's one that he hits off his foot. Thankfully, the base umpire saw it and called foul ball right away. So 1-1 count. So Yakupek kind of had a rough start, giving up the base hit to French and then the walk to Caden Mason. But since then, he was able to induce a fly ball to the second baseman. Now has evened up the count 1-1 on Huber. Tanner with pretty good power. Really could use a good base driver, a double from him right now. 1-1 pitch. And he check swings, doesn't break the plane. Blocked by the catcher, but it caught him in a soft spot. So we're going to take a little time here. So it's 2-1. As timeout is called at the plate. Judging by the smiles on everybody's face, I'll say he got hit in the wrist. Definitely hit in the wrist. For any of you who've played catcher, you know exactly what I mean. So we're going to take a few seconds here. Some time to clear his head, because getting hit in the wrist can hurt quite a bit. Two 2-1 count. As the ball will be thrown back to the pitcher, and as soon as everybody takes their place, we'll be back to playing baseball. All right, to reset things, we got a 2-1 count to the batter, Huber. Cameron French on second, Caden Mason on first. There's 1 down. Gretna in a hole in the top of the 6th, 1-8. Here's the pitch to Huber. Fastball called a strike. Looked a little upstairs, but again, I'm sitting up above it, so I'll defer to the man in blue. 2-2 count to the catcher, Huber. Left-hander Yakupek delivers. Curveball that Huber hits hard, and it's going to fall in for a base hit in front of the left fielder. Took a weird skip when it hit the ground. It really skipped to the left fielder's right side, but he reached out barehanded and snagged it. It was a great play to keep that from scoring at least 1 run, as the ball getting by him would have easily scored French from third. So that's a second meeting on the mound, so Yakupek's going to be done after 4 batters. His night's going to come to an end. 2 hits, 1 walk, and a fly out to the second baseman, and Yakupek is done. Let's see who's coming in to pitch. So in for Huber, for Tanner Huber, we're going to have Jackson Huber come in as a courtesy runner. And it looks like Connor McGonigal is going to come into the mound.
Yeah, 4-1. Figure it out. Yeah, they're hitting balls right now.
So McGonigal's warming up right now. As soon as he gets done with his warm-up pitches, throws from the right side. He gets done warming up, he'll be facing a one-out, bases-loaded situation as the Baxter Auto Group seniors still fighting, trying to put some runs up on the board, down 1-8 here in the top of the sixth inning. So third pitcher of the evening, Munson, through 5 innings. Didn't give up any hits, gave up 1 run. Yakupik came in here in the 5th inning. I'm sorry, in the 6th inning. And Yakupik gave up 2 hits, 1 flyout and 1 walk. So we're in a bases loaded situation. Excuse me, it's not Connor McGonigal. Connor McGonigal is number 18. It's the second baseman, Jack Lortz, who moves into pitch. So Lortz is your pitcher. So in steps left fielder Cody Ripple against Lortz. Righty on righty, bases loaded, 1 down. Corners playing in. First pitch is a fastball off the plate for ball 1.
Vanderbilt got another run.
So 1-0 count as Ripple steps in. Fastball misses low, 2-0. So 2-0 count to the left fielder Ripple. Lord comes set. Here's the 2-0. It's big swing and a miss. As he was trying to tag that one. So 2-1 the count on Ripple. Pitcher Lortz comes set on the mound with bases loaded. Another one right down the middle, swing and a miss, strike 2. And just like that, he evens the count up at 2. So Cameron French over on third, Caden Mason on second, courtesy runner Jackson Huber on first. 2-2 pitch is fouled back into the screen. So Ripple stays alive at the plate in the bases loaded situation. So 2-2 count on the number 9 batter, Cody Ripple. Lortz comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball that fooled him. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So we're back to the top of the lineup. It's going to be Caleb French batting. Caleb on today 0 for 2 with the ground out to shortstop. He walked in the third and then reached on an error in the 5th. Sorry, comes up here in the 6th with bases loaded, nobody on. Sees the first pitch right down the tubes at the knees for a strike. So bases loaded situation, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Gretna really needs something to happen here. Fastball outside, the catcher couldn't quite handle, almost looked like he was crossed up on the play, but he was able to knock it down right there at the plate. 1-1. Not sure if it crossed him up or just handcuffed him, but he wasn't expecting it out there. 1-1 delivery is down low in the dirt. 2-1. So Caleb French at bat, Cameron French on third, Caden Mason at second, Jackson Huber at first, 2 down as Lortz delivers the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So that was a curveball that started inside, and Caleb swung inside, and the ball broke outside. Ball and bat did not connect. 2-2 is your count. Curveball freezes him for strike 3. Started it up at his shoulder and broke it right into the middle of the plate, mid-thigh high. So Lortz does a good job of pitching out of it, and Gretna is in trouble here, folks. We're going to be going into the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score will remain Gretna 1, CNH from Burke 8. We'll be back right after this. Thanks for listening on GretnaBaseball.com. And we're back as we've got a pitching change for Gretna. As Quinn Mason is going to move over to third base and Carter Kosian is going to come in to pitch. So Kosian just taking his warm-up pitches is going to get some work in. So Kosian is going to face the 2-3-4 batters. Leading off is going to be number 5, the shortstop, Bobby Jackson. Jackson so far tonight is 0 for 2, grounding out to the second baseman and grounding out to the first baseman. He did reach in the 4th inning, the big 4th inning for CNH with a walk. First pitch from Kosian is in there for a strike. 0-1. So Kosian becomes the third Gretna pitcher of the evening. He's up 0-1. Fastball misses low, 1-1 to the batter Jackson. So 8-run rule could come into play if CNH pushes across a run in this inning. The game is going to be over. Kosian out there trying to keep that from happening, but he misses with the 1-1 pitch outside. 2-1. Jackson steps in, the right-hander. Kosian deals. Fastball that stays in off the plate. 3-1. All right, and with the 3-1 count, Jackson steps in. Here's the delivery from Kosian. Fastball misses high. So that's a ball. And Jackson is going to get a free pass to start the inning. Brings up to bat number 21. New batter again. Brings up to bat Zach Munson, who came in. So he takes the designated hitter spot. So it's really... All right, so it appears that Munson, who started the game pitching, is coming into bat in the designated hitter spot. We're going to go into the final scheduled frame here. And it looks like I forgot to take the mic off mute for that half inning. So just to kind of recap the bottom of the sixth inning, what happened, Carter Kosian came into pitch. He walked the first batter, but while the second batter was up, Huber threw the runner out at second base, trying to steal for out number one. The second batter, Zach Munson, also walked, but the next batter, Nick Hall, came up and grounded to third, actually splintering the bat. The third baseman threw over to second and erased Munson from the base paths. The throw from second to first by Herman was not in time. So with the runner on first and 2 outs, it brought up Jack Lortz, who's now pitching. And Lortz grounded to the shortstop, who flipped it over to the second baseman, Herman, for out number 3. So no harm, no foul in the sixth inning, but we have 3 outs to score at least 7 runs to keep it running as we reach the bottom of the seventh inning, or top of the seventh inning. So Ross steps in, the number 2 batter, the right fielder wearing number 9. He's 0 for 3 on the night, flying out to the shortstop, striking out, swinging, and grounding out to the first baseman. He sees the first pitch from Lawrence, takes a good cut, fouls it straight back into the backstop. 0-1's the count. Ross steps in. Lawrence looking for a signal. Throwing from the stretch, comes set and delivers. There's a fastball that's hit hard on the ground to the second baseman. Second baseman scoops it up and fires over to first for out number 1. Brings up to bat the pitcher, Carter Kosian.
Batting number 10, Carter Kosian.
Carter is also 0 for 3 on the evening as he struck out twice and grounded out to the second baseman back in the 5th inning. Trying to get something started for Gretna here in the top of the 7th. Curveball stays up high. Ball 1. Oh, delivery is a fastball out and away off the plate. Carter kind of looked at it twice as that's been called on him a couple of times tonight, but that was ball 2. 2-0 pitch to Kosian. Hard hit back up the middle. That's more the type of swing I'm used to seeing from Carter as he gets a base hit. So Kosian got a fastball in the heart of the plate and hit it right back up the middle as it bounced off the mound right over the top of second into center field. Only the 3rd hit of the contest for Gretna right there here in the top of the 7th inning. So Herman, the second baseman, comes in with Kosian over on first. Here's the 0-0 delivery to Herman. Herman pops it up into shallow left field. The shortstop runs back. Left fielder coming in. Shortstop will make the catch as the left fielder dives under his legs. No collision out there, thankfully. But the left fielder, number 22, was coming on really hard. Shortstop Jackson went back, was able to make the catch in shallow left field. So Gretna is 1 out away here from being out of this ball game, trailing 1-8. Long ways to go with only 1 out to get there. Cameron French, the first baseman, steps in. He has 1 of the 3 base hits this evening. Got that in the 6th inning when he punched one right between the first and second baseman. Takes the first pitch from Lawrence down and in for ball 1. 1-0 count to the lefty French. Kosian leads off first. French swings and misses. Strike 1. So 1-1 count to the big left-handers. He steps in against Lortz. 1-1 pitch is a curveball that misses somewhere. 2-1. 2-1 pitch to French. Drives at almost exactly the same place where he hit the ball in the 5th inning. Another base hit by French as he hit it right between the first and second baseman. So Cameron is 2 for 3 on the night. He reached on an error, walked, and has 2 singles. So Cameron French, the bright spot so far in the offense for Gretna. Brings up the center fielder, Caden Mason. Caden's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He walked in the 6th inning. He comes out with 2 down and swings and misses at the first offering he sees from Lortz. Runners on first and second, 2 down. Need to score at least 7 without any more outs. It's a tall order, but it could be done. 0-1 pitch to Mason is a fastball inside that misses 1-1. To reset, we're in the top of the 7th inning. CNH leading 8-1 over Gretna, who has runners on first and second. Mason at the plate. The 1-1 offering to Mason is in high. Curveball that stayed high and inside. Runs the count to 2-1. Here's the 2-1 delivery to Mason. Fastball down the tubes, and Caden just couldn't catch up to it. 2-2. So 2-2 delivery forthcoming to Caden Mason. Down in the dirt, delayed call by the umpires. He calls strike 3. He must have dinner waiting at home. So, good game. I know I complained a little bit about the umpire, but let's be clear, the umpiring would not have changed the outcome of this game. As the final lines, Gretna scores 1 run on 4 hits, but they commit 5 errors. CNH scored 8 runs on only 5 hits, and they committed 3 errors. So only 9 hits entirely in the ball game. Definitely low output. 1 shattered bat. Gretna does have 3 pitchers, as Barron is going to take the loss on the evening on the mound. The one bright spot, as I said, though, Cameron French ended up going 2 for 3 on the evening. He reached on an error. Then he was hit by the pitch in the 4th, and then a single in the 6th, and a single here in the 7th. So French went 2 for 3, but that's the bright spot in the offense, as it was a rough night for the Gretna seniors. I'd definitely like to thank everybody here at Orville Smith Park and the people here in Ralston for allowing us to do this broadcast. Your final score from Orville Smith Park, the Baxter Auto Group seniors 1, and CNH seniors representing Burke High 8. We will get our next broadcast out there and scheduled. We appreciate everybody listening on GretnaBaseball.com. If you like the broadcast, drop us a line. Our contact info is out there. Let us know what you thought of what was going on. Again, thanks for joining us here on GretnaBaseball.com. You guys have a great evening. We'll talk to you later.